Taxing people who make under $30,000 is like actually insane to me, because like, what do you mean you want some of my $20,000 that I made this year, half of which is rent? Like, I can barely buy food, and you want my money to what? Unalive Palestinian children? Be so fucking for real. Like, are you aware that there's people who own more than one private jet? There's people out there who make $1 billion, and you want some of my $20,000 that I had this year to live? Like, genuinely, that is embarrassing. You need money so bad you're gonna take it from a poor person? Yeah, I really think you need to manage your finances better if you're stealing from poor people.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when the Boston Tea Party happened, it was basically a whole bunch of poor people boycotted paying taxes, and so they wanted the government to start taxing the rich. Long story short, the rich were like, well, we're the ones supplying them with the jobs. So sure, you can tax us, but it's going to be with the money that we give our employees. Somebody let me know. Is that concept? Now, I simplified it because I'm not going to go into a whole history lesson with it. Of course, I can ask AI, but we always hear history repeating itself with the poor fighting the rich, and how the poor don't like the rich because they think they're evil, because they think, oh man, the people who have the most money, they should get taxed the most. I say if the rich are paying you your paycheck, why not learn from them and use your paycheck as leverage? At some point, you just gotta stop struggling. Let me keep it on a elementary level for you. Hear me out. Your body doesn't even react in this way. Let's say you pick up something and you scrape your skin and you start bleeding. Like I did this week. All right. Like I did this week. Y'all can't even see it, man. All right. I got a scratch on my arm that y'all can't see. It's right here. Well, whatever. Y'all get it. I get a scratch on my arm, right? I start bleeding a little bit. After I clean it up, put a bandage on it, or just let it air out, whatever, sanitize it. After maybe a day, my body gonna start healing itself. It's gonna get in the process of growing a scab. It's gonna itch a little bit, maybe be a little uncomfortable. But after about a week or two or whatever, that skin gonna grow back. And it might be a scar, but it also might blemish out and I don't see the scar at all, depending on how deep it was. Here's my point in saying this. When something happens to your body, it learns to recover from it. It learns to heal. It learns to get out of the situation that it was in, which hurt it. Even though it became uncomfortable, which was the itching because you got the scab, it got back to what it was supposed to do. It got back to its purpose. It didn't stay in that state of being an open cut. Why are people's finances like that? Oh man, why are you trying to tax me? Well, if you're looking at the rich and you're saying that they don't have to pay taxes, ask your ass, how do I become rich? How do I not have to pay taxes? It's called a tax write-off. It's not like you don't have the same tools to write off taxes like you do. You have the same access. Businesses get to write off what they spend because it's an expense to run the business. How do you become a business and stop becoming just an employee? Most people don't know how to become productive in this world. They just know how to stay busy and work. And that's exactly why they deserve to stay in a position like that, because they choose. It's a choice. At a certain point, it's a choice to blatantly say, man, the rich don't have to pay taxes. Well, I don't want to be rich. I'd rather stay in this position because rich people, well, they're evil, and rich people don't pay taxes, and rich people hurt people in order to get rich. So I don't want to become rich. All rich people don't hurt people in order to become rich. I mean, shoot, there's some poor people that hurt people and they poor. So what are we saying here? What are we doing here? You either are or you aren't. And it starts with the mindset first. That's what I believe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's go into this comment section actually and see what people are saying. Someone said, I want zero taxes into $100,000, then tax 100% above that with zero loopholes. Well, the loopholes were placed to benefit people who use them. It ain't attached to race. It ain't attached to height. It ain't attached to gender. It ain't attached to political beliefs. It's attached to those who choose to exercise it. You know how you see these cop cameras or body cams, and some people know the law or the codes that the cops know, and they're like, well, you don't have the right to do this. You don't have the right to do that. Right. And you believe that's important for you to know. And it is. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to the moolah, people choose to not know how money can work for them and exercise the same things that the rich do. Not everybody that's wealthy and rich got it from some type of inheritance. It just is what it is. You gotta change your circle. That's what I believe.
Like, that's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. Politicians make six figures. There's people who make $1 billion in this country, and you want some of my money. Some of mine? I don't have any of it. I have to spend it as soon as I get it for food and medical.
Bro, the rich are always going to pay the biggest amount of money when it comes down to taxes. It just is what it is. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. I said what I said.
I just came on here to tell you that the IRS is whack. They are whack. They're whack. Every time I pay off my 2019 tax bill, y'all come and send me another bill for more money, saying that I owe you more money. And every time I call and say, like, why do I owe you more money? Where is this bill coming from? Nobody can tell me. Nobody can tell me. But what's really whack is you sent me this bill. I got this today, and the date on it is January 8th, 2024. January 8th, 2024. You're telling me that I owe $2,000, but $500 of that is interest all the way back to 2019. So how you're charging me interest on a bill that was supposed to be paid in 2019 that you just sent me on January 8th, 2024? How does that make sense? Why do I have to pay all this interest, $500 in interest, when you didn't send me the bill in 2019? Why can't you just tell me what I owe every year and let me pay it? Why do we have to play this game of 5 years later I'm still getting bills for my 2019 taxes? It doesn't make any sense to me. And every time I pay it off, the state of Iowa wants more money and the IRS wants more money, and I can't figure out why. Nobody can seem to tell me. This doesn't even tell me why I owe this $2,000. It just tells me I owe $2,000.
Yeah, it's crazy. The IRS is corrupt. You know what I'm saying? They don't even justify how you owe this money. Let me know in the comment section down below. Has this ever happened to you or someone that you know? And why did they owe the money if you ever found out? Or why don't they just state the reason why you owe it? Let me know in the comment section down below. One of the comments said, I was just newly 18 and got a bill saying I hadn't been paying taxes and owed money. I hadn't even graduated high school yet. That's crazy to think about. That is crazy. Not even graduating college. High school. Were they even working at that point?
This is for the IRS. I filed my fucking taxes for free, but it wasn't really for free because I had to pay for it when I got to the end and got done. Then I got an email that it was fucking rejected because I didn't fill out a PIN number of some shit that I've never heard of, never had to do before. And so you're rejecting it for some shit that I've never had to do and don't understand. And everyone's like, oh, why don't you pay somebody to do it for you? Pay them for what? I'm not getting shit back. So why am I going to pay somebody more money that I'm even fucking going to get in a return? And if you're taking money out of my fucking paycheck every fucking week that I get one, you know how much you took out. So why is it up to me at the beginning of the year to figure out how much you took out and if you owe me something back? And if you didn't take enough out, why do I have to pay that to you when you should have just taken enough out? Someone please explain to me how it's fucking legal, how it makes any goddamn sense, and why is it my responsibility? You're taking the money out. You tell me how much you fucking owe me or how much I owe you. You tell me. And why would I fucking owe you anything if you're already taking money from me?
Well, again, going back to that Boston Tea Party, essentially the poor boycotted getting taxed, wanted the rich to be taxed. And so the rich were like, well, if you tax us, we're going to go ahead and take it out of the paychecks that we're giving the poor. Or the working class, let me say that, okay? And that's why the government doesn't trust us. It's just simple as that. They don't trust us. You know what? We can give them all the money they worked for, but then we're going to have to beg for it back. Yeah, let's just take it before they get it, because we touch it before they even see it. And they're gonna tax you based off how you spend it. This is why it's important for you to become a business. You are the business. Invest into yourself. It's a write-off. It's a write-off when you start a business, when you self-educate yourself. Why? Because you are the business. So they want to figure out, okay, well, we taxed you on this much. How much is your income afterwards? Okay, well, you make the below this amount. All right, we're going to give you some of your money back. And then people go and splurge and put it back into the economy. They're doing it for circulation. Now, granted, I wish taxes didn't exist at all, but we all got to pay attention to the Uncle Sam about how we spend our money, because at the end of the day, the rules are the rules. You can either not pay them and go down that route, or you can get with the program and complain like she's doing, or number 3, which is my favorite, play the game, but educate yourself on how to win the game. It's all a game. It's all it is. I think of life like Monopoly. Once you run out of money, man, you just begging to pass go. You're hoping not to land on boardwalk. But if you do, it's game over. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you like the content. Let's get it.